It Lives Inside is one of the latest new horror movies that is coming out in this fall season of 2023. And this movie is literally about this ancient demon from the West India and is torturing its victims. And if it's not torturing the victims, it tortures the victims' families because what it feeds off of is negative energy. The more negative energy that you put out to the demon, the more powerful it will be. And this movie heavily focused on our main character named Sam, who is this teenage girl who's rejecting her India heritage, her culture, and everything else. She stopped being friends with her best friends that she knew since they were even in preschool. She's having difficulties with her relationship with her mother because the mother is saying that we have these rituals that we have to do. It's very important. And she's just like, no, and she's just pretty much just doing everything in her power, just not being associated with that and just want to be just like a regular teenage American girl who just wants to be accepted, popular, and just have something that is not related to her culture. Now, when it comes down to this movie, the idea of this movie was very creative, and I really did like it because it brought something new and fresh into the horror genre, especially like in America or the UK, because it brought in like Indian culture in on it. Because the demon is from like India or like West India. Let me know down in the comment section. But like this movie is literally is just based on that, and I really did like it because it was just something new and refreshing and something that you can kind of learn about as well. The great part about this movie is the characters, because literally the characters, they did something that now horror movies they just fail to do, and they make sure that you care for these characters, you understand where they're coming from, and how much you like them a lot. So when it came down to the characters like Sam and the people that she interact with, it was just very enjoyable. There were just certain elements too where it just kind of does feel like if this wasn't a horror movie, it does feel like kind of like a drama, because just based on what she's doing and based on what she's going through. Because you want to be accepted to everyone else, you want to get rid of your heritage and everything else, but yet it's like the people that you are doing this, they're not really just a-holes at all. I mean, there is this one girl that was kind of annoying, but other than that, it was just that. And the thing that was just very interesting was that, like I said, everyone was enjoyable. And the things that this movie did very well was her interaction with her mom, because her mom is technically like the old school and very much in her tradition and her culture, and she wants to put it on her daughter, and her daughter's rejecting it. And it's just really interesting to just see how the dynamic is, because it really does feels like a mother and daughter, how they bicker and how they're fighting and how they're just talking to each other. And that was just the rich part about it, especially too when her dad comes in and the dad is trying to be the peacemaker and just let her daughter be, and her boyfriend was not even an asshole as well too. And so it was just kind of just one of the aspects that I really did enjoy, especially to the teacher, the caring teacher that just wanted to see Sam be okay. And not only that too, but her old ex-best friend, because they did have a falling out. And it's just kind of just really sad because there was just certain aspects of like the character's life story that I wish they kind of like expand more upon, because I really did find it a little bit more interesting. Now, when it came down to the demon, when the demon arrived, like you can just tell the tormenting of how like the demon is able to do, because you have 7 days. So like if the demon wants you specifically, it will give you 7 days before it actually kills you. And what it does is that it continuously giving you nightmares. It'll kill the people or attack the people that you love. And I really do see how like this demon actually works, because more of these aspects will give out more negative energy to make the demon more powerful. And so it was just kind of just very interesting. But when it came down to some of the negative aspects about this movie, is that this movie is PG-13, and I really do feel like this movie was holding back because it had that PG-13 rating. On top of that, too, I really do feel like this movie didn't really have that much money, because when it came down to the demon being in its actual physical form, it did kind of look cheap. And it was just certain things that it kind of just threw me off a little bit, but I just knew like this demon was just very powerful and someone that you don't want to mess with. Now, when it came down to like the mother, she's speaking in Hindi, and 90% of the movie she is speaking in Hindi. And then the 10% she's speaking perfect English. And that's when she's explaining to her daughter about the demon. And when she's speaking in Hindi, then that's when it just gets a little bit annoying because there's no subtitles. I just want to see like what is she talking about, especially when it comes to the intense moments between these two. Now, when it comes down to the demon is a menace because the demon would not leave you alone. And so, of course, like the demon, he is just doing everything to make, Sam's life miserable, especially since her best friend had the demon trapped in a jar and she was trying to ask Sam for help. And of course, Sam didn't want to believe the ex best friend because she didn't want none of her stuff until the demon actually takes her to his lair. And then there, the demon starts to torture Sam, to killing her people that she cares about, torturing them, all that stuff until Sam actually has to learn about her heritage and actually learn how to defeat the actual demon. And it was really good to see like the ending was a very happy ending. It was really good to see that. But like I said, the demon was a menace. The demon literally he wasted food because there was like a point of like try to like offer the demon food and the demon literally lift up the table and flipped it over. And I was so pissed off because that food looked so delicious and he just gone ahead and just wasted food. So it was just very funny. But what was so great about this movie was that how Sam and the best friend, how they looked, because they looked like they had been tortured. They looked like they've been through some stuff because what the demon was doing. And it was just 100% like believable, incredible, and just seeing their reaction and just seeing how they're like just shaking. It was just a really fun job. Neon, I really do like what they do when it comes down to like the lighting and certain scenes because when it came down inside the demon lair, like it was like a neon bright, warm feeling, especially towards the end of the movie. But like rest of the other scenes, it was just like when it came like dark, like it wasn't like pitch dark. It was just something like it was like you can just tell like it was dark, but like you could just tell like it has like a neon feel. And like the lighting was very perfect. Like I said, the demon when it comes down to his real form, he kind of just looks cheap, but you do what you have to do. But either way, man, this was a very good movie. Like I said, it's not like pissing your pants horror movie. It's like a good scare movie. Eventually when you just continue on watching, you don't really get scared anymore because it's like you kind of just see what's the pattern and everything else. But other than that, like I said, this was a solid movie. I'll give this movie a 7 out of 10, and I'll give this movie a B plus. Like, no, sorry, not a B plus, a B. But other than that, let me know down in the comment section if you guys did watch this movie and what you guys like, what you guys dislike. Let me know down in the comment section because I really do feel like this movie has so much potential to actually be good. I feel like there's just a lot of missing keys and elements that they just fail to do. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section. If you guys do like the video, please give it a like, subscribe, and remember, always be decent. This is a monotone man. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and be safe out here. Peace.